we are locking in on all of our goals, creating those habits, creating the environment, being the person that we want to be. Hi, friends. So the great lock-in of 2025 is here. Today is August 31st. I'm filming this on August 31st. It'll be posted on August 31st, and we start September 1st. So you might be asking, Gia, what is the great lock-in of 2025? Well, if you're asking that, that tells me you aren't on TikTok as much, which is fine. But honestly, it was such a great idea that I wanted to bring it here and I wanted to hold myself accountable. And so that's why I'm posting it here on my channel. But basically what the great lock-in of 2025 is, we are locking in on all of our goals, creating those habits, creating the environment, being the person that we want to be, that we know that we can be. And so we're going to use the rest of 2025 to really lock in and create that person, be that person that we know that we are. Honestly, 2025 has been a crazy year. Okay. It hasn't been the best year for me personally, for the people in my life personally, and even the whole world. It's just been a really heavy, long year, even though I feel like it went by really fast. It's just, there was a lot going on. And so it's like, now that there's 4 months left of 2025, I really want to step into being the person that I know that I can be. And so it's like, for me, for 2025, it was like going in waves. Like, I started off really high and really excited. I was doing the hyper ketosis. I felt really good. I felt really energized. I was working out. And then I kind of went down, and I've been kind of down for a while. And I'm ready to like kind of snap out of this funk and, get back on that, get that momentum back that I had about feeling really positive and really good. Cause I'm not gonna lie, y'all, it's been crazy. It's been rough. And I don't share as much of like this kind of stuff on my channel, but I'm ready to be a little bit more vulnerable and open, because it's almost like therapy to me. You guys have been in my life, some of you since the very beginning, 10 years. You've seen my whole journey of me becoming a mother, being a working mom, then leaving my career to do content creation full time. And now sometimes I feel like content creation feels like a chore. It's just not as fun as it used to be for me. I think that the landscape of social media has completely changed, especially since COVID. It's a lot more clickbaity and, oh my gosh, my life is so perfect, my house is so clean kind of thing, and not as authentic as it used to be. And I feel like everybody's constantly wanting to sell you something. And I don't know. It just, sometimes I feel like I want to just walk away and go back to my career. For those that don't know, I was in finance and accounting for 15 years before I left to do this full time. And I left back in 2019. And so I go back and forth, if I'm going to be honest, because sometimes I feel like, is this worth my time anymore? Is there a space for my voice? And I know sometimes that's the enemy trying to talk you out of, being great, or talk you out of your purpose. I know part of my purpose of life is to motivate people, to speak encouragement over people, to speak life into people. I know that there's power in that. And it makes me feel good, like I'm rooted and connected in my purpose when I do that, especially here and on my other channel, Moms and Money. That's the other thing I kind of let that other channel go, because I don't know, I just felt, if I'm being 100% honest, I feel like I've been stuck in a functional freeze state for a while, where it's like I have a hard time making decisions or just starting something small. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of thought for me. And so I just want to snap out of that, it's like the two areas that I'm really struggling with is having digital discipline and being in a functional freeze state. And it's hard to explain to someone what it's like. It's like, you can see a pile of dishes. I'm just making this example up. You could see a pile of dishes and you think, oh, or just pots and pans on your counter, or just a lot of stuff on your counter, and you think, oh my gosh, I don't know where to start, or, I want to do it, but I just don't know where to start, or how to start, or when to start. And, and if you feel like you want to be judgmental and say, well, just do the dishes, then you don't understand. And that's fine. This video is probably not for you. Just scroll. You probably have everything under control. But for me, especially during certain times of the month, that's how I know it's like a little bit of perimenopausal. There's certain times of the month that I really feel like I cannot pay attention to anything. All I want to do is doom scroll, and I'm incredibly indecisive and very emotional. And then there are other times of the month where I'm like, oh man, I can clean my whole house. I'm ready to run a marathon. I'm ready to do this, this, and that. And so it's like, you hear all this information about what you should do with your body. You should drink coffee. You shouldn't drink coffee. You should work out every single day. You shouldn't work out every single day. It's like informational overload. And that's where I feel like the digital discipline has to come in. Like, I should only allow myself a certain amount of time on my phone, because it's not just doom scrolling. Like, I'll play games on my phone when I shouldn't be, you know what I mean? I'm just being real. I'm being real. Okay. I don't know. It's like, I could tell a lot of it has to do with what I'm eating when I don't eat ketogenically. And that's just for me. I know this isn't true for everybody, but for me, when I like carb load, eating a lot of carbs, which is what I have been doing since we got back from Florida, is just, going nuts. It definitely affects my brain and the way that I think, and the way that I make decisions, and the way that I show up in my business, the way I show up as a mom, the way I show up as a wife, the way I show up for myself. And so that's why it's like, I really have to prioritize, and I'm really excited to do this great lock-in. It's kind of giving more energy back into, yourself and your goals and what you want to do, because at this time of year, people's goals kind of fall off. That energy that you had in January isn't there anymore. Stuff happens and situations happen where if it knocks you off, you get distracted. And so now I just want to pour energy back into, accomplishing those goals, doing the things that we need to do, just not just talking about it, but doing it, stepping into action. Okay. And so I wanted to talk about it here. I was hoping maybe you guys can join me. Like I said, today's the 31st. We can start September 1st. And if you're not ready to start September 1st, just start when you can. Start when you're ready. Maybe you need a few days to plan it out and really think about what it is that you want to do. Think about what it is that you want to work on. Think about the person that you want to be. The person that we want to be, we already are. She's in here. You just have to let her shine. Give her the environment to do it. You know what I mean? She walks every day. She stretches. She cooks healthy meals and, feeds her body food that fuels her and gives her energy, and not just makes her want to just sit and slump. I'm just talking from my perspective. Your goals and your idea of your best version of yourself may be different. So that's why I'm saying, take the time to really think about what it is that you want to do, who it is that you want to be, because she's there. We just have to tap into that frequency. She's there. We can do that. I also want to just speak life into my channel and my business, because like I said, it's very much so like a roller coaster. It's very different now. And I just want to see if, this is still something that I want to do. It's really something that I've been thinking about for a while. And I feel like I'll always have a channel. I'll always post here and there, but do I want to do it full time still? Is it really worth it? The money that I'm making, is it worth the effort that I'm putting in? There are just so many changes. And so I'm just going to take this time with the Great Lock-In and really pour in to my channels and my business, really pour into my health. So it's like business, health, and spiritually, I want to get back into, because at one point I was reading the Bible like several times a day, and now it's kind of fallen off. So I want to get back into my prayer life, get back into meditating, and not spending so much time on my phone. It's like, I just feel like I spend way too much time on my phone, and it takes me away from, being more productive. And I use the excuse of, well, I'm a content creator, so I need to be on my phone all the time. Well, you don't need to be on your phone as much as I am. I'm scrolling. I'm consuming content more than I'm creating content. And that's a problem. That's a problem. And I'm be the first to admit that. Okay, so that's what it is for me. It's going to be my business. And I'm going to go into detail about like what I plan on doing. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start posting on my membership. I do have a membership here on my channel if you didn't know. I'm going to be posting more details about my plan and what I'm going to use to kind of organize myself. I'm going to use Notion to kind of create a time blocking system, because I feel like in the past, and I've done lots of different types of plans. Like I was a paper and pen planner type of girl for a while. And then I moved to like having a notebook like this, with different subjects for a while. Then I would use Notion's calendar for a while. And for me, I feel like time blocking would be the best for me in this situation with the headspace that I'm in right now. Meaning, like, I'm waking up at this time. I'm going for a walk on this time. I'm going to do this at this time, this at this time. And me really knowing and not having to make the decision the day of helps me tremendously. I mean, tremendously. And of course, stuff happens where your schedule, doesn't allow it, or you're not able to follow it to a T, but at least you have something that, you can go to when it's like, okay, what is it that I need to do today? I need to do this. And I think it helps with my executive functioning too. Just making the decisions ahead of time, making the decisions about what we're going to eat, meal plan ahead of time, plan my whole day ahead of time, and going from there. So I am going to use Notion for that. I think I'm going to vlog too on my membership, just showing like my day in and day out, not every single day, but a couple times a week maybe, about that. And then I'm also going to revive my Moms and Money channel, my baby. That was my baby, still is. So I'm going to start posting on there consistently every week over there. So that's really my plan. Now for health, I am going to get back on keto because, girl, listen, keto is good to me. It's good to me. And it's good for my brain. It's good for my body. It's good for my energy. It just is really good for me and my blood type and my body type. Is it good for you? I don't know. You've got to find something that's good for you, for you to eat that gives you that fuel and energy it is to, like I said, live the life that you want to live. Okay. So, that's what I'm doing with my business. That's what I'm doing with my health. Daily reading. I'm going to start out by reading Proverbs. If that's something you're interested in, I can start making videos on my membership about that. Just reading that together. I think I want to read Proverbs. I've read it before, but I want to read it again. Sometimes it's like good to, and I'm a Christian. Obviously, I speak from a Christian perspective. So if that's not you, that's fine. But if you read the Bible at certain different times of your life, you can get different information from it. That's why it's called the living word, And so this time I feel like I saw someone post something on TikTok about Proverbs, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and read that now for this season of life that I'm in. If you're interested in that, I can post videos about that on my membership as well. And then also I want to start sleeping 9 hours. Did you know women need 9 hours of sleep? Didn't know that. All the sleep studies over the decades have been on men, but now they're starting to do research on women, and women need more sleep than men. And I believe it because our brains beat all the time. So yeah, I'm going to try to focus on 9 hours of sleep. And then I'm going to limit my screen time after a certain time. I haven't decided what time that is going to be yet. That's going to be the hardest thing for me, discipline wise. The digital discipline is going to be the hardest thing for me. I know I can do it, but once I relinquish that control, as a matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that it's going to be hard. I can do it. It doesn't have control over me. After 8 o'clock, I don't want to be on my phone. I don't want to look on, I don't want to scroll. And that's usually the time I can sit and scroll in my bed after everybody's, the girls are settled, they're in their bed. I can sit and scroll in my bed for like hours. And then it takes a long time for my brain to kind of calm down because you're constantly getting so much information that it takes me a while to fall asleep, and then I lose out on my sleep. So I really don't want to be on my phone. Maybe I'll say 9 o'clock because 8 o'clock is kind of early. After 9, no phone. Okay. I can watch like a silly TV show or something on the Food Network or something like that. That'll, make me fall asleep, or I can read, but the phone will have me up and my brain just moving too fast. So I'm definitely going to limit my screen time. That digital discipline, that's where that comes in. And also take my vitamins and nutrition and, all that kind of stuff. Now, the one rule that I feel like we should have is this: we never miss twice. Okay. Is something going to come up? Probably, where we can't follow or can't do one thing. That's fine. Don't go into this shame spiral where you shame yourself and you beat yourself up because you messed up. Okay? Just come back the next day and do it. Okay? So just the rule of never miss twice, it gives us the grace that we need to continue to move on, because nobody's perfect. We're not perfect, and that's okay. Okay? But the never miss twice rule gives us that grace that we need to like just pick ourselves back up and get back on it, and don't give up on ourselves. Do not give up on yourself. Start doing the things that you say you're going to do. I'm talking to myself too, girl. We have to start doing the things that we say we are going to do. Okay, keeping that promise to ourselves. Okay, circling back. I started off really strong in the beginning of the year, and I just feel like, I don't know, I just feel like I just got beat up. You know what I mean? Not physically, but like just mentally. Because it was just, everything was just, there was a lot of heavy stuff going on in my personal life. And then there's a lot of heavy stuff going on in the world. And sometimes I'm just like, well, how can I just post a Costco shop with me? Like that's, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of what I was falling into, this like, this habit of just doing that because I have to post. Like you literally have to post, you know, YouTube does not like it when you don't post. You have to stay on that schedule. And so it's like, it's hard. It was hard, but it's okay. We're changing that tone. We're changing that frequency. We're going to step into abundance. We're going to step into healthy living. We're going to step into just living our best lives. You know, we are going to create the systems we need to be in the environment where we flourish. Okay, it's up to us to create those systems. So I want to know, what is the one thing you want to do with this? Are you going to join this with me? The Great Lock-In 2025. Okay, as a matter of fact, if you want to join me in this, leave the lock emoji in the comments so we can know we're locked in. Now, here on my main channel, I will be updating you guys like probably bi-weekly or every month to give you guys an update of where I'm at. Definitely going to see a lot more keto content as I start back fresh with eating ketogenically, and just connecting with you guys, posting the content that I feel like will be helpful to you guys on your journey. So I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.